stepmother had an affair with an unknown man and got pregnant with his child. Since she did not want my father to know about that, she deliberately caused a commotion at the market over the sale of eggs. As a result, she was pushed to the ground during the chaos and lost her baby. When she returned home, she wept pitifully and told my father, if it weren't for Megan insisting we go snatch those discounted eggs, I wouldn't have fallen and lost our precious baby boy. Hearing this, my father flew into a rage. He chased me and slapped me across the face dozens of times. Then he tied me up and sold me to an old bachelor in the village. I was locked in a pigsty, tormented until I bleeding out and died. When I opened my eyes again, I was rebirthed on the same day when my stepmother went to the market to get eggs and miscarried. My stepmother's call came in while I was holding my quilt tightly and crying my heart out. Instinctively, I picked up the call. My stepmother, Olivia James's voice, rang out casually from the other end. Megan, it's almost New Year's, so I'm heading out for a walk. I won't be home to cook today. Don't say anything to your father about my whereabouts. After Olivia stated her intention, she ended the call straight away, and then rejected my call. Until now, I didn't know the truth that my stepmother and my fiancé Finn Colin had been having an affair all along. The baby Olivia lost wasn't even my father's, it was Finn's. The two of them had been careless in their affair and forgot to use protection. Since they were so afraid of being exposed and condemned by many people, they had conspired to frame me. Their scheming was almost admirable if only it hadn't cost me my life. This time around, I wouldn't let those two scumbags have their way. In my past life, I had agreed and went back to the company as it was a busy day. I did not come home until evening to eat New Year's Eve dinner. This time, I decided to stay home all day. Instead, I had 250 kilograms of ground pork delivered straight to our doorstep. As for work, I sent my boss a quick message requesting to work from home during the New Year's holiday. My father, grandfather and grandmother all gawked at the sheer amount of meat. They immediately bombarded me with questions. I casually shifted the blame to my boss. The company we collaborate with had trouble settling their accounts by year-end, and my boss was pressing for payments. They decided to settle with goods instead. Since they're in the pork business, my boss just turned this year's bonuses into mincemeat for employees to take home and make meatballs. Grandma was stunned. This much meat? At this rate, it will take a long time to make meatballs. Grandpa sighed. Well, I guess I'm stuck here today. I turned to my father. Dad, we can't let all this meat go to waste. Grandma and Grandpa have spoken, so you'd better get to work and make meatballs with us. Wash your hands and start working. Grumbling under his breath about how unreliable the company was, Dad rolled up his sleeves and got to work. By noon we were all starving, and that's when my father remembered my stepmother, who was supposed to be out shopping. It's already 12:30 and your mother still hasn't come home to cook. What's she doing out there? Feigning innocence, I shrugged. I don't know. I called her 5 or 6 times this morning, but she blocked me. Maybe she's mad at me. Why don't you try calling her, Dad? My father frowned and pulled out his phone to call Olivia. He had made 3 consecutive calls but Olivia still did not answer. His face darkened with frustration and anger and he then turned to ask me, did you argue with your mother? Otherwise, why wouldn't she answer my calls? Megan, you're 25 years old already. How can you still be acting like a child and upsetting your mother? I pouted and pretended to be upset, then pulled out my phone and played back a recorded all. Dad, you're blaming me unfairly again. This time, it's